For as long as I could remember, conversations have always been a way to transfer wisdom, whether it's generationally, whether it's from your peers, or even your loved ones. Conversations is the way that I see us moving the needle forward with textured hair care. It's our sacred space to share all the nuances and explore the multiverse of textured hair. This is Hair Talk with Shamilia B. Okay, guys, welcome to Hair Talk with Shamilia B. Today, I have the honor of having my student, Paola. Amazing.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so you guys know that season 1 episode, we essentially talked about, I would ask everybody, about their hair. So, Paola, what are you mixed with on your mom's side and your dad's side?
So my mom's side, she's Honduran, and my dad's side, he's Colombian.
Okay, so what is like the texture of their hair?
So my dad's side of the family is very mixed. So I have cousins and sisters with like very curly, coily hair and wavy. My mom's side of the family is like more like wavy, straight.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like, yeah, like I have like all types of textures in my family.
Amazing. Okay, cool. All right, so tell me, what was your first, your earliest childhood memory of like hair? Like, what was your routine? Did you have like a routine? Who used to do your hair as a child?
So, okay, that's crazy because so growing up, me and my sisters have like wavy hair. And back then it was like super in to have straight hair, right? So, and then everyone had naturally straight hair. And so since I had wavy hair, I remember like just always going to Marshall's and buying like a cheap iron and like just ironing. I would wake up like 2 hours before school so that we can share an iron.
Wow.
And we would, me and my sisters, I have 2 sisters that I lived with like growing up, and we just iron our hair all the time, every morning. And I started losing my waves, so like the bottom of my hair, from ironing it so much, you know how usually when you do your hair, you iron mostly your face? Yeah. So the back of my hair is still like really wavy, like as it grows out, but I think from ironing the front, it's like, so my hair is like crazy, but yeah, and that's the thing, my mom didn't know how to do hair.
Okay.
None of my sisters like would braid hair or try to learn. So I remember like seeing like girls like in school like have like this, right? Yeah. Or like do French braids. So I had to learn on my own to do like braids and to do my hair to like, oh yeah, my mom did my hair. But really she didn't. Like, that's so embarrassing. I can't believe I did that. But like, yeah, so like that, I think that's when I first started getting into like doing hair and doing braids and like just fixing my hair, because like my mom, I love my mom, but like she was always working, so she never had the time to like really do my hair, so I had to learn on my own from a very young age.
So did you do your sister's hair as well?
I actually, to this day, I do my French braids on my mom. Like, I do my mom's hair.
Really?
My mom doesn't even know how to iron her hair. My mom has curly hair. So, like, she's the same as me. She wants to, like, straighten it all the time. So, she doesn't even know how to iron her hair. So, I iron her hair. And now that I've learned how to do blow dries, she comes to my house once a week and I do blow dries on her. So, both of my sisters, actually, like, I would do, like, her tape-ins, like, starting 2 years ago, I've been doing like tape-ins on my sister, like just whatever, but they don't know how to do their hair. So yeah, I think that's why I started to like really like doing hair, because I was the only one that wanted to put in the effort to like for both of us, for all of us.
I mean, for us buyers, because you know what that means.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to start hair school?
So it started there, right? Like my interest in like doing hair was doing it in myself and my family, my sisters and my mom. And then I remember in high school, like before freshman year, I think it was in high school, you could pick your electives, and I saw cosmetology. And I picked it because I'm like, oh, this is good, I can learn a little bit more, but only for like myself, right? I just wanted to like expand a little bit on what I already knew. Like back then, I remember the fishtail braid was really
it's huge.
Like, and then there was like 4-strand braids. It was like a lot of stuff that you can do, like little hairstyle that I can do on me and my sisters and myself. And I picked that, and I had that elective for 3 years in high school.
How was that in high school?
Honestly, it was kind of similar to like actual beauty school.
Really?
Yeah, like she was a great teacher.
Nice.
And like if you weren't like really like that's why that one year, which was my senior year, she didn't put me because she wanted people that were really into hair. And like people would literally make their hours. Like I remember the 1,200 hours. One girl made it, and she like literally got her license right after graduating high school.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really good. We had the sinks and everything.
And this was in Florida?
This was here in Florida, Southwest Miami Senior High School. Nice. I don't know if they still have the elective, but honestly, like I wish I would have like just taken it seriously.
Really?
Seriously, because like now I would have like whatever. You know, everything happens for a reason. But
oh, that's crazy. So now you're in high school. What were your expectations? Was it the same as how it was in that school? And what is your experience? Like, how are you enjoying high school right now?
So yeah, my expectations were actually very high just because I had already that experience in high school. So wait, what was the question?
The question is, what was it? So you had a previous experience with high school. Now you're in high school again. What is your so you say expectation was high because you had that before. How are you enjoying school?
How was I enjoying it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean the hours, like, you know, they suck. Like they really do, but I feel like because it's a very hands-on experience. I mean now after intro was like a lot of book work, but I feel like now because it's more hands-on and we're actually taking guests now, I feel like it's gonna go by really nice because the hours don't go as long as they seem like they do.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I have a lot of fun, and obviously I had a lot of fun with you. I feel like I don't think I would be getting this far without this.
That's amazing. Let's get into it. How was school with me? How was it being in my class?
I mean, do you remember that other interview we did, like
yes.
leaving intro? I feel like that it still applies the same thing. I feel like it was very important having an educator like you that like really cares, you know what I mean? Because I feel like there's a difference in like educators that are good and then educators that care.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are both.
Yeah.
Like not only are you like good as an educator, like you're like you care. So what that means is that like you can be good at explaining something, but like if you really don't care, like you're not gonna really like, oh hey, like are you having a problem with this?
Yeah.
Or like where is it that you're going wrong? Let me help you.
Yeah.
Or like, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like you were both. I think it was a great experience. I miss it a lot. And I feel like you set a very high standard for everyone in the industry. You set a very high bar.
Well, I'm happy to know that your standard is up there, and I hope that you maintain it. So let's go into I know you share with me your vision for yourself, but paint the picture of Paola at the peak of her career. She is banging it out. What does that look like? What are you doing?
At the peak of my career, like after beauty school, right?
Absolutely. Like
I see myself like kind of like, you know how my Instagram name is Pao Pao?
Yeah.
I see it like, oh, like everyone knows that name and it's like, oh, Pao Pao. Like, you know, have maybe like not brand myself, but actually have a brand. Like, oh, Pao Pao this. Like, oh, the Pao Pao hair brushes for the Pao Pao hair extensions, you know. Like, I really see it as like branding my name and incorporating that to like multiple businesses regarding beauty, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want like multiple streams of income, so like I want to be like well known.
Yeah.
And I want to be like I do want, like obviously I want to do hair, right? But I want to expand on it, you know. I want to monetize like passive income.
Yeah.
Like tape and extensions, like you know how there's the Bellamy extensions, like oh the Pow Pow extensions, or like frame art, like hair brushes, be like oh the Pow Pow brushes.
Oh, I love that.
So I want to expand on that. I have a very I want to really monetize as much as I can in the beauty industry because there's so much money in it, and like I want to take as much as that. You know they say like how much billions of dollars goes into the beauty industry.
Yeah.
I need my cut too.
As you should.
And then the Pow Pow salon, and then be like. And then I'm obviously like a Pow Pow salon. Like this is like my ultimate vision, right?
Tell me, a day in Pow Pow salon, what does that look like?
I mean, like waking up early, working out, and then going to my salon, and then having like you know Pow Pow salon, and then seeing like my products in the wall, and then they're like, oh, that's Pow Pow, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's like I wanted to be like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I want Pow Pow to do my hair because I want the Pow Pow extensions done by Pow Pow. And then yeah, just like busy salon, and just like I don't know, just busy. I want to be busy.
What do you want the experience for your client to be like? What do you want to be? So you talked about extensions. How do you want your clients to feel being in your chair or having a service with you? What matters in that experience for you?
I feel like I just want my clients to sit in my chair and like trusting me, just like that I'm gonna make them the most beautiful ever. I mean, even though they already are beautiful, but I know that when I sit in a chair and I do my hair, like I feel relaxed already knowing, because I know that they're gonna slay me, right?
Yeah.
So, and I want them to feel comfortable. I want to be that friend that listens. I want them to feel taken care of.
Yeah.
And I want them to always walk out of my chair and be like feeling the best version of themselves that they already are, but just gotta push them a little bit. And I feel like for me, extensions do that for me. And because a lot of people can't really grow their hair, and a lot of people, they don't really have the time, the energy to really go through the process of growing it out, coming from experience, or just damaging their hair to the point of no return. Like I feel like extensions give you that little push of confidence.
It does.
So I really want to give that to people. And like it doesn't have to just be extensions, like other services can provide that as well, like highlights, balayage is for in, like, or just some people will find that confidence in like vivid colors, crazy colors. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't really want to set myself to just one niche, even though I want to like really expand on that niche of extensions eventually, but I feel like I can provide that little boost of confidence with a lot of other services.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
That's amazing. I love it.
And like I was like telling my client that I was doing a blow dry. She's like, "Do you like it?" I was like, "Honestly, I really do, because I really love it when I see these like older ladies. They get off from a blow dry, a nice blow dry, and they walk out like this. I love that. Yes, girl, because they come in like this, and they're like, all right, let me sit down, and they walk out like this. And I'm like, yes, I love seeing that, because I know I'm that girl. When I walk out, I'm like,
That's right.
stress. So I like that. I like seeing that, and I want to see that every day in the future.
Absolutely.
That confidence right there is because I brought it out of them. You know what I mean?
100%.
That feeds my ego a little bit.
As it should. So you said extensions. I love that. What have you done to your hair? Because you said that you have not been able to. Some people don't have time to grow their hair. What have you been doing? Tell me. Give me your hair history.
I have virgin hair. What have I not done to my hair? So my hair, like the thing is, I'm one of those people that like I get impulsive with my hair, right? So I do extremes, right? So growing up I used to use a lot of box dye.
Okay.
And then as I got older, I realized it was that, and then I started going to salons. But that little impulsiveness of dyeing my hair at home was always there. So even though I went to salons, so I think I started bleaching my hair like for 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I had it bleached for like enlightened for like 2 years, but like everyone told me it's a process, right?
Yeah.
So at some point I ended up bleaching it at home, my hair fell off, and then that's when I started using extensions. And then I did pink, I did purple, I did red, and at that point I think my hair was so damaged that I went back to like brown and then to like black. And I've been black for like a year now.
And what have you learned in this journey?
Don't do your hair at home. Like, I feel, oh my god, I saw this ad today. Oh my god, it pissed me off so much. I saw this ad today and it was like, personalized so you can color your hair at home. Like, they're like, you don't have to go to the salon. I'm like, girl, what? And then this girl, like, going from like red to like purple. I'm like, girl, like, if only you knew.
So let's talk about you pre current hair school and before the previous hair school. What would that ad have meant to you then? Would you have believed what the ad said in terms of coloring your hair, or would you have bought that product?
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, yes and no, because honestly, for that, I just go get a box dye. Because there's so many options at the drugstore. It's annoying. It should be illegal to have that many options. at the drugstore, like at CVS. This is why people come, and then I've had a color correction before. Oh my god, I think, yeah, I had a color correction before going blonde. That's why it was stressful. Because of the box dyes, of so many years of box dye. Yo, there, you know. And then that's why my hair fell off from using box dye. But that's the thing. I think like it's not, no, I don't think I would do it.
Okay. But how do you
I don't
feel
know.
about marketing? So you said that it should be illegal to have options.
At the drugstore, no. That's craziness. I can't.
But what do you feel like? So let's say you're talking to your younger self. You're at home, trying to figure out how to do your hair. Being in the position that you are now and having the information that you have now, what would you tell younger Paola?
That's the thing. The reason why people do their hair at home is because of the money situation, right? And that's what's starting to move hot. But I feel like if they're like marketing that and like at the end of the day, the reason why they don't want to go to salon is because they don't have the money. But
Right.
I don't really think I could. I don't know how to talk people out of not going to the salon because the main reason why people buy box dyes is because they don't want to invest in going to
Right.
the salon. But what I would have told myself, not regarding box dye or anything, right?
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah.
I don't know because the thing is like it's not like I don't really like I don't see it like I hate my hair. I think it's a form of expressing myself.
Yeah,
So I feel like I just did it to express myself, and I don't really have any regrets. Like I had to go through that journey of damaging my hair in order to see the value of going to professional.
Yeah.
And you know, so I had to go through that experience, and I feel like a lot of people do. And that's the thing, most people that go through that experience end up going to the salon. So I don't really think I would have talked myself out of like not damaging my hair. I had to go through that.
So you believe it was a learning experience?
I think so too. I think I wouldn't tell myself anything. Like go keep going crazy, go crazy, do
Go
purple,
ham.
do blue, go ham. Like you're gonna get somewhere someday. Yeah.
I believe that conversations foster awareness, and awareness gives us the space to desire change, to desire to be transformed. A major part of that is understanding that being supported by somebody else who has been there before where you desire to go, who knows what you desire to know, or whose life's work is a reflection of what you desire to do is going to support you. Textured hair is my life's work. I have created a sacred space for learning, for transferring of the wisdom I have amassed over my career, for moving the goalpost one step forward. Textured Hair Education by Shamilia B is the home of skills, techniques, and knowledge dedicated to the care for the multiverse of textured hair. If you have a desire to learn and to take this step into deeper awareness and harness new skills, then Textured Hair Education is for you. The link is in the show notes.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so my question is along the lines of you have invested in your beauty, and I love, and we've had multiple conversations outside of this. So for women who want to invest in themselves and they want to invest in their hair, they want to invest in their look, like you have had experiences where people have targeted you because of how beautiful you are, because of how much you've invested in yourself. To the point where Paola and I had a previous conversation where I was like, do not let your light, do not dim your light at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
We had a serious conversation.
So
It had to be intense because I saw you making yourself small when everybody needed to see the fullness of your personality, and it was because people was basically talking about your beauty. If you see someone that happening to someone now, what would you tell them in terms of investing in themselves and showing up as themselves?
it's just like there's nothing wrong with it. Like I feel like there's nothing wrong with being as expressive or as, you know, well groomed, you know, as you can be. And that's the thing, like, I feel like, I don't know if it has to do with envy, but like people don't really understand it because not a lot of people put a lot of effort into looking a certain way. And I know I do, just because it's a form of expressing myself.
Absolutely.
And I really thank you for that conversation we had that one day about like when you told me that, like just be your fullest self, because I feel like I've been more comfortable in my own skin since that conversation.
Yeah.
I think you gave me that little boost of confidence. So to be myself, right? So I think I would tell them the same thing you told me, which is be your best self, be all of you, be everything that you want to be, and like, just don't care about what anybody thinks, because they're gonna be mad, you know, in the beginning, because they're like, not a lot of people like can do, like take their beauty to extents, right? Or like do as like be as well groomed all the time like me, right? Or whether it's like me with extensions, lashes, nails, whatever. But whether it's also with like, let's say you want to look different to what other people, let's say mohawk, right? Not a lot of people do a mohawk, but you want to do a mohawk. People are gonna hate on it, but eventually it blows off and people accept it. Eventually people accept it. And now I feel like, especially in the environment that I'm in, eventually like they just accept it. And at the end of the day, that like whatever makes you happy is all that matters. And you know what? I'm happy now, and I'm happy the way that I am. And you know what? I took off my lashes for like 1 week, and I'm like, I can't. So and you know what? It makes me happy. And at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says. And I think it's just a matter of like meeting out all the negativeness. Yeah. And you know, that one person that did, you know, that said all that negative stuff about me, like now she accepts me and now she compliments me, you know. Yeah. Eventually they accept you, you know. So yeah. Whatever makes you happy, whatever look makes you happy, and don't be scared to be different. I feel like this one or that one?
Anyone.
Okay. Whatever. I've been looking at that one, but then I remember that was there. Whatever makes you happy, as different as it may be to the norm, be a trendsetter. Be different. Mm-hmm. We're different people in the world. Do you?
Do you?
Do you? Be your best self.
Absolutely. So we're moving forward in your career. You're almost halfway there through school.
Not
almost.
Halfway. I got 1,500 hours. I'm like, I feel like it's been like 6 months. It's only been 3 months. Oh my God.
You'll be okay. You got this. You got this. What do you see are gaps that you feel like you need support in? So there's the formal education side, and you painted the big vision picture of what you want to see for Papa here. If you had to get support, if you had to build a team, what would that team look like? And who would you say, like, what do you need to bring your vision to life?
In education?
Yeah, in education, in coaching, in like the full race. Like, what do you think you need right now?
So personal experience, I've been really struggling to find like more opportunities to like learn, like, you know, tape and extensions. I really want to take a course on it. It's so hard to find one, and there's not a lot of information out there on how to like find someone to like help you. And then in the school that I'm in, they say they offer it, but like there's no really like there's no advertisement for it. There's no like oh, it's this date or that day. You know, I feel like. And not just for my school, but like in general, like I've been on Google and everywhere, and there's not a lot of resources for, you know, expanding on that. I want to just, you know, on that niche. So I feel like if I would build a support team, it would be like one person for a specific niche to really push that niche. You know, for example, like I feel like in education right now it's very generic, and I feel like there should be more resources for like specific branches in beauty. So I feel like right now I feel like specialties, is that what you call it? Specialties? Yeah. So yeah, I think that the support team will consist of that. Like, oh, this one's for this, or this one's for that.
And you typically go to information in terms of like, you would try Google, would you try referrals? Like, how do you get information as to where you want to go, like where you want to research in terms of continuing your education?
Yeah, Google, Instagram. I feel like, there's not a lot of resources. like a specific topic.
Yeah, so you want specialists.
Yes, specialist.
And do you prefer to have your education in person, or do you feel like you can learn online? Like, how do you feel you absorb best?
Definitely in person.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I'm a very hands-on person, and I don't remember when you were in school that we would watch videos before you would teach it in person.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people would like watch the video, like yeah, you get some like idea of it, but we would pay more attention when you were hands-on doing it on the mannequin.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was when seeing you do it in person is
More.
I take it, I don't know, yeah, more impactful in our learning, yeah. So I feel like for me, definitely in person. I feel like right now there's a lot of resources on like online classes, but I feel like it's very, I kind of like, I always like slide, right? Like, or like keep scrolling because I don't really learn that way.
Yeah.
While like in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, I want like in-person classes, and there's not a lot of those.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. What is your biggest, so we're talking about mindset. What are you most excited for in your career?
But like,
What are you excited to experience, to embody? Like, we talked about the salon, you talked about all the different arms of it. Like, in the next, let's say, in the next year, what are you looking forward to doing?
I'm looking forward to telling everybody I told you so. I'm looking forward to that day that I can utter those words. Look at me. Look at me now.
Somebody cue Burna Boy, I told them, because I have been listening to the album non-stop. Because yeah, I told them.
I can't wait to become a boss and just everyone who doubted me in my past.
Yeah.
Like what I told you. So and then that's the thing. I can't wait to the moment where I'm, successful, and I really pray for that day, and I'm gonna keep pushing and working hard every day to that moment to be successful, and I'm really looking forward to like the day that I realize, whoa, I'm a boss.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people, like, I remember, I think I told you, remember I told you this one girl DM me? It's like, oh, that's super cute that you're going to beauty school. I did that after high school. It was a fun experience. Like, girl, I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to actually do something with my life.
Okay.
So people think it's like, because a lot of people...
Fees.
Yeah, a lot of people do it like after high school or like just to do it, and then they don't really do much after. I know a lot of people that have been there, that they've gone to beauty school and they're still working at bars, they're still working as waitresses.
Yeah.
But I want to prove all those people that think that that's that I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it. When I do something with it, I want to be like, look at me now.
Yeah.
And I want to be an inspiration to
Yeah.
all those people that go to beauty school. Like, hey, like, you can do something with your life.
Yeah.
And with this, you don't have to keep working at a bar. You don't have to keep working as a waitress. Like there's money here. You just gotta work really hard for it.
That's exactly it. Yeah, because even with my class, like this was 11 years ago when we graduated, our class started off with like 28 or 32. 8 of us graduated, and probably like 4 of us now, 10 years down, are still in the industry. And it's like, look at the statistics of who you start with and who actually endures. Yeah. But I can tell you, 10 years into this industry, there's multiple ways that you get to make money. There's multiple ways that I'm able to show up for here. You have the podcast, you can have tutorials, you can have a salon, you could do a traveling stylist. Like there's so much ways that you get to make money. You just have to outlive everybody else.
Yeah, I the reason why I think that happens is because beauty school, people think it's easy, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's an easy thing to do, right? But first of all, like I told you, beauty school is not for the weak. Beauty school is not for the weak. It's, it's labor.
Yeah.
It's labor, and it's, your mind. And that's the thing, you always get different textures, different ages sitting on your chair. You have to you're an artist and laborer.
Yeah.
But like, it's very hard. Like, my back be hurting, but it's so worth it. It's rewarding, but yeah, it is. It's labor intensive, and the thing is, like, they think it's the easy way out, and when they realize it, that after you get out of school, you have to also work hard to make something for yourself.
Yep.
Like, no, like the beauty school is not the easy way out.
It is not.
And I feel like I'm tired of people saying, oh, it's like, oh, it's so cute, it was fun. No, it's an actual career, and you have to work hard every day in school. You have to work hard after school, and make something for yourself. And I'm gonna do that.
You sure will.
And then yeah, it's intense.
Don't worry, I'm gonna keep telling her, keep coming, Paola, keep coming. We gonna make this money. We gonna make this money. We gonna get it done.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm really happy to have had you on here to like this particular platform for me is where the average person gets to get an insight on the conversations that stylists have together. The conversations. This entire season is a reflection of me showing people the conversation that I would have had with my students, my previous students, because education is such a big part of anybody learning anything, you know, and I feel like so much of what we see in the salon, so much of what clients experience comes from what they would have learned. What did the stylists learn? Where did they learn it? How were they taught? So we want people to be amazing. We want stylists to be, you know, gifted and talented and skilled. And then when you take a look at what is happening in the educational spaces, it's like, it's less than standard. It's generic. It's not enough. They need more
It's
time.
crazy though, because you know why? It's because trends are always changing.
Yeah.
So it's like, girl, I mean, you have to always keep up with trends. So I feel like for the media industry, education should never stop.
Exactly.
Education should keep changing, and you should always keep learning because you know you like what 20 years ago was there balayage? I don't think so.
No.
You have to keep learning,
Yeah.
and I'm sure when the balayage started going crazy, like artists from like 20 years ago, they had to go and learn how to do it.
They had to. It was huge.
So it's education is always progressing, and I feel like for the beauty industry, you have to keep learning.
Yeah. And just for people to know, balayage is a French highlighting technique. And it's typically just to mimic how the sun is basically going to hit your hair and how it's naturally light. So it's like a graduation from dark to light. That's what we say when we say balayage. But yeah, essentially, you know, for me, it's like when I look at all the different layers of my life, and I look at my time at my last being an educator, at the last place I was, and I say, okay, if this had to be research, what would I do better? If this time capsule that I spent here, the people I was with, if I could have made this better, what would it look like? And truthfully, every student that I teach, everybody I interact with, even my clients, I train my clients because I want you to be confident in your hair. I want you to be confident in everybody else's hair as a stylist. I want when somebody sits in your chair, you feel empowered that you could say, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, we're going to do this, you need this. How long do you need to do this? Can you commit to this? And really know what the plan is for every single person that sits in your chair.
Yeah,
You know?
I like that.
I'm super
You're-
proud of you.
I'm proud of you, living your best life. Oh my gosh, you're the best. You're the best mentor I've had, honestly. And that's the thing. I've never had a mentor, and I feel like the importance of having a mentor in your life, like I feel like it's more in depth than like an educator.
Absolutely.
Like, you're a great educator, but as a mentor, you're a great person, and I really hope you become the best version of yourself.
I receive it.
The podcast is gonna go great because you're just a great mentor, great like educator, and yeah, I see you being great in this.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate you.
Just
Alright guys, so the conversations continue. Thank you guys for checking in with Hair Talk. This is Shamia B. This is my guest Paola, and we're out.